Homeowners Association gone rogue, lashing out with abusive behavior and acting like a dictatorship.
Those are claims from some local homeowners. They called investigative reporter Lauren Traeger, and suddenly things started to change.
It's an awesome place.
It's the kind of place you'd like to raise a family.
It's a very kid-friendly neighborhood.
Homes kept neat, the people nice.
I don't know any neighborhood that you can walk outside your door, call 2 or 3 neighbors, and by the end there's 10 of you guys and you're sitting in the driveway, you know, you're having a beer.
But there was one thing many people in this Arnold neighborhood said was spoiling it all.
Why do we need this?
Their homeowners association.
We're dealing with abuse and selective enforcement. Selective enforcement is something that a lot of people here are experiencing, and it's not right.
A homeowners association and its fees and rules are meant to protect a neighborhood from 1 or 2 bad apples, keep the property values up, making things better for everyone.
What is that going to do for us?
But this large group of neighbors, many of whom didn't want to go on camera fearing retaliation, contacted News 4 after they said their HOA was becoming more like a runaway train.
It's disgusting to have to sell your house because you're having so much conflict with somebody or multiple people or whoever it is.
You're not some cop that's going around giving tickets. You are to give our voice.
The neighbors told us rules weren't being enforced equally. One person might get a fine for a basketball hoop, for example, while others did not. One modification to a home might be allowed, another not. This man even got fined for his children playing in the street.
Not knowing all the time if I do something in my yard or put a certain flower or an American flag or a tree, if they're just going to send me a fine.
I don't think 2 or 3 people or a board should ruin our happiness. It's not right.
Fines were coming in hot and heavy in recent months, they say, but only for some.
And it can turn into getting a lien on your house, and it can go into foreclosure. And your kids are playing street hockey, or you are having people over and you have a fire, you know, a barbecue pit, whatever, and it upsets people, and then you get a fine, and these things add up, and then you lose your house over it. It doesn't seem right, doesn't seem American. I don't know. It's not why people moved here.
Is it possible for an HOA to get out of control, so to speak?
Of course it's possible.
Jason Schmidt is an attorney practicing community association law.
The HOA has sort of the undignified role of being the bad guy sometimes when it comes to rule enforcement, but that role is necessary.
He says most of the time homeowners need to just play by the rules.
Then it's time to grin and bear it and move on or move out. You know, not every neighborhood is for every owner.
But he says sometimes things can get ugly.
You don't want to see corruption. You don't want to see someone scratching a neighbor's back because of this reason or that. And, you know, I won't enforce the rules against that guy. He's my golfing buddy. None of that is acceptable. And if that is something that's going on, well, that needs to stop. Either that board member needs to be removed or his behavior needs to be corrected.
We want cameras.
These neighbors say the final straw, the board proposed a new rule to control people's security cameras, telling homeowners where to put them, the HOA even proposing to have access to the footage.
We've given these videos to the police before. They've solved multiple issues, torn down stop signs, vandalized cars, stolen packages, vehicles broken into, and now they want to remove that.
So News 4 tried getting answers.
I wanted to see if I could talk with you as HOA board president.
But ironically, she would only talk to us through her Ring doorbell security camera.
And actually, I don't feel comfortable talking to you on camera.
Instead, she invited us to their next meeting. But when our camera showed up,
I'm not quite sure why a camera crew's here.
The HOA's attorney wouldn't let us inside.
I just felt that it was inappropriate to have it recorded, a camera crew recording a meeting when they're going to discuss financials.
People are extremely happy. I mean, the amount of phone calls and stuff to everybody about him winning, it was huge.
Instead, homeowners filled us in afterwards, and a sudden change in leadership with the board president resigning. Tim, also now on the board.
I was excited. I was overwhelmed.
Now they want others to know you can fight back.
We almost gave up on it. A bunch of us almost gave up on it. And we decided, no, let's figure out how to do it the right way, the proper way. And look what happened. We ended up, you know, having a victory. So I think other people can do it too.
But first, even before you buy, make sure you read all the fine print.
You're all excited to buy your new home and you're signing documents and you're just trying to get that key to get in, and beforehand you're not reading what an HOA is. A lot of people don't know.
There has been some push to change the laws to require disclosures about an HOA well before you ever put in an offer on a house, not after you already bought it. But those law changes haven't really gone anywhere. HOA experts tell us the best way to get changes to your HOA is to organize, make your voice and your vote count, and if ever need be, you can involve the courts. Have something you want me to look into? You can email me at investigates@kmov.com. I'm Lauren Traeger, News 4 Investigates.